welcome back, and it is time for another tutorial. I'm going to be creating this look here. It's very soft, it's very warm, a little bit of drama with the lips, but I absolutely love this look. And I am creating this look with the Master Palette by Mario from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I love this palette. I have reviewed it on my channel, which I will link down below. I think this is such a gorgeous palette, especially for more mature women or men who want a beautiful, shimmery, warm kind of golden blown out romantic look but are afraid of shimmer. Was that enough of an explanation? I think this palette is absolutely stunning. It is the one palette that I just absolutely recommended that anybody get out of all these crazy limited edition palettes that are coming out, and I just think it's gorgeous. But I really like the way this look turned out today. It's kind of an orangey, warm, chocolatey brown, smoky eye. Again, it adds a little bit of drama, a little bit of romance without being crazy over the top. I did throw on some lashes, but you don't have to. There's no liner to this look, so fairly simple. And this is a great smoky eye look for beginners because it's just simple. It's not black. It's not too deep and dark, just soft and blown out. I'm going to stop talking and we're going to jump in the tutorial, guys. See you after. Let's get started. So I'm going to carve out my brows using the Ultimate Brow Highlighter from Wet n Wild. Again, I'll say this again, this is a great, very creamy, very emollient product. If you are somebody who has a more yellow undertone to your skin, I would not recommend it because it is extremely pinky, almost to the point where I can't use it all the time, just depending on what I'm doing, but I do like it to really brighten up my under eye area. And I'm just going to smooth that out with a Wet n Wild concealer brush. And then just to cancel out any other discoloration in my eye, I'm going to use my MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. And I'm just going to warm that up with my finger and then pat it all over the eye. Alright, and then just to blend all of that together and set the primer, I'm going to take my Sephora blending brush and this matte cream eyeshadow from Makeup Forever, and I don't remember the number, guys. I'm sorry. I'll try and remember to put it down below. I'm just going to pat this all over the place. Now I'm just going to take any brow bone highlight because this one is a little bit yellow on me. I'm just going to happen to pick up this one out of the Naturally Pretty palette. I'm going to pick up Sheer Joy on that same brush and just set that right underneath the brow. And this is just going to lighten it up in regards to that that more yellowy toned shadow that we used all over the eye. And just because I want a little bit of luminosity under the brow, I'm going to take a little bit of the Transforming Pearl and just pop that right underneath the brow bone as well. You don't need to use this palette, it's just what I had in the vicinity. Alright, now we're going to go into the Master Palette by Mario, and I'm just going to take a fluffy blending brush. This one's from Wet n Wild, but you can use any one that you want. And I'm going to go into Isabel. And I'm just going to start popping that in my transition area and blend that into the Makeup Forever shadow and the shadow Sheer Joy from the Naturally Pretty palette. I'm going to take this all the way in. And you can deepen this up, but definitely start out with a lighter hand. We want this to be a really soft, blown out type of look. So the dog's going crazy because Dad's home. Now I'm going to pick up a BR250 brush, and we're going to go into this shade right here, which is called Violetta or Violetta. Really beautiful, warm, chocolatey brown. Definitely tap off your brush, and we're going to and then we're just going to place that product right there in the outer corner. So I'm going to place it, and then we're going to start working it into the crease. Like I said, I know it sounds weird, but just kind of dig your brush in there gently. And once you've deposited that color, go ahead and start blending it out into the Isabel shade. And now I do want to bring more of that orange shade back in, so I'm going to go back in with Isabel and just go right over Violetta and really bring out that warm orangey reddish tone. Now just taking a flat shader brush, doesn't matter which kind, this one is from BH Cosmetics. I'm going to go into this really beautiful bronzy shade right here called Paris. And I'm just going to start sweeping that on the lid. It's not going to go higher than the crease, so you really just kind of want to do a soft cut of the crease. It's not going to be a soft, a real structured cut crease, but We just don't want to take the shadow up any farther. And you can use that shadow and flip it over. You can just use a different brush. And I'm just going to pick up a Soho flat shader brush, and I'm going to go into Fifth Avenue, which is this beautiful gold color right here. And that's just going to go on the inner half of the lid, the mobile lid. And we're going to sweep that over Paris. And now, because there really is no highlighting shade, at least for me, in the palette, I'm going to go into this Milani Bella Eyes Single in Bella Chiffon, just on that same Soho brush. And this is just going to keep, this is a beautiful highlighting shade. It has a very strong golden undertone to it. And it's going to work really well with the rest of the shades we have on the eye. Kind of rediscovering my love for these Milani eyeshadows. They're just so beautiful. Alright, now I'm going to just throw on some mascara. I'm going to start off by doing a layer of my Megalength mascara. And then I'm just going to add some volume with my fully charged Pure. My cats are going crazy, guys. And I want to give as much definition to the lash line as possible. And I just got a big clump of mascara on my eyeshadow, because we're going to use lashes without any liner today. Well, not without any liner, but without any liner across the lash line. Alright guys, I am going to take a pair of Demi Wispies. These are from Cherry Blossom, and I am going to cut them down just from the inner corner. Generally you want to cut down from the outer corner, but the inner corners are just really, really irritating me on this set of lashes for some reason. So I'm just going to cut them down. That's why I'm trying to get as much length as possible on the inner corner. I'm going to pop these on and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so my lashes are drying. I went ahead and did my foundation just to save some time. Let's finish up the eyes. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a tiny little detailed smudge brush, and I'm going to pick up more of Violetta. And I'm just going to follow that right underneath the lash line. And again, I do want this to be a smoky, blown out look, so I'm going to make it a little bit deeper and more dramatic. Just be careful, because you will have some fallout. Now I'm going to take my Coastal Scents BRC S06, and I'm going to pick up a little bit more of Isabel, just right on the tip there. And we're going to start, make sure you tap that off, and we're going to start smoking this out. And then again, I'm just going to pick up a little bit of that Makeup Forever shade and just kind of soften it up. And to brighten up that inner rim, I am just going to go in with my Rimmel Scandalize in Nude, just to brighten everything up. And I'm just going to finish off the eyes with some mascara on the lower lash line. Use whichever one you prefer. This one is definitely my favorite. I love that long kind of dramatic lower lash look with defined lashes. I think it just really helps to open up the eye and balance out any lashes that you might have on your upper lash line. And now if you feel like your color got a little too high on the lid, I'm just going to go back in with my brow bone shade and just again soften it up. Alright guys, now let's go in and start working on the rest of the face. I'm going to go in with Sculpt from MAC, and I'm just going to do some soft contouring with my BRC S25. Again, I don't want anything too structured. This is kind of a soft, blown out look. Alright, since my eye look is so warm, I do want to balance it out and give my skin just a little bit of extra color. So I'm going to go into my MAC Extra Diminish Bronzer, Extra Dimension Bronzer in Aphrodite Shell, just with the same brush. And just very, very lightly blend out that contour a little bit more. For blush today, I'm going to mix, what is this, Songbird and Wisteria from the Becca Blush with Light palette. This is like my new favorite combo right here. Again, I'm just putting that on my BRC S25. Focus on the apples of my cheeks and then bring it back. I do want a little bit of that pink blush in there because we're going to do a berry lip, so it'll kind of tie everything together. Now, I have been liking this a lot lately. I've been using some of my Bella Eyes eyeshadows, just whatever's on the inner corner I've been taking and using as my highlights. We're gonna go back to Bella Chiffon as the highlight, and I'm just taking this on an e.l.f. blush brush. So super pretty. And again, it's got that warmth underneath it, that golden warmth, and it's just gonna really tie the look together. Now I'm just going to finish everything off with my Ambient lighting powder. I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and kind of set everything. I would just like to use all three powders if I'm using it as a finishing powder. And it's just going to give a beautiful kind of airbrushed finish to the... Lastly, for lips, we're going to use one of the Infallible Pro Matte glosses. This is in the shade Forbidden Kiss. And this, anytime I do any kind of orange eye, this is just my absolute favorite lip to pair it with. I don't know why. There's something about this shade that I just think it's so beautiful and sets off a more orange toned look just in a stunning manner. So I'm gonna throw this on. All right, everybody, so this is the finished look. All right, everybody, so this is the finished look. I absolutely love the way it turned out. Again, I think this is such a great smoky eye for a more mature individual, for somebody who's just starting out and is afraid of smoky eyes, because you're not using a black, so you're not gonna look so bruised. You're playing with warm tone. You know, it's not so deep and dark. Plus, you get a lot of the drama just by throwing in a different colored lip and not doing a nude. And I think that the orange tones and the berry tones really play off each other. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, definitely let me know. As always, let me know if you recreate this look. Tag me on Instagram. Abby Loves Makeup. My phone is blowing up and my cats are going crazy. I don't know what's going on. But as always, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you're enjoying this 31 days of tutorials. Check out my channel tomorrow for another one coming up. And as always, guys, have an amazing day. Have a rockin' week, and I'll see you next time. Bye.